Hello everyone, welcome back to another late night messy arts and crafts video. Today I will be decorating this jar that I hold my pens in, and I am going to be decorating it with a type of nice fall autumn decorations. So first things first, I always like to set the mood by lighting some candles. You can do this too at any time. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and prepare the jar to be decorated, and that's just by taking the pens out of it. That's simply it. And if you're wondering what type of jar I'm using, I am using a pickle jar. I love pickles, and their jars are the bomb. I love them. They're great. You should keep the pickle jar whenever you have pickles. So for some of the decorations, I am using the tiny little tape rolls that I got from my Dollar Tree haul. I ended up using just this glitter tape roll at the very bottom, just because it was pretty, and I think I completely forgot about the other green tape roll. So as I finish putting that on the bottom, as you can see, I have my glitter pens that I got from my Dollar Tree haul, and underneath that is the moss that I also have from my Dollar Tree haul. Next thing I'm going to do is prepare any type of decoration. So I never have a plan when it comes to decorating. I just kind of look at what I have and pick the things that I think look pretty. So here I'm gathering some orange leaves, some green leaves, and a little acorn flower. And as you can see, there's still the moss there. Of course it's messy. It's always got to be messy. So I tried to start by just drawing on some leaves with my glitter pen. I thought that this would look really pretty. And I also decided to go in with the orange to make a little flower. But here is where everything kind of went to shambles. I began to try to paint it, but accidentally screwed up the flower. Got my hand in it. The second time, I finally went to paint, and the paint didn't stick to the jar the way that I wanted it to. I didn't even think about how the paint wouldn't stick to the jar. I didn't even think about that. So here to fail, I mean, the color is just not as bright and vibrant as I want it to be. So next I thought about using this Mod Podge for the glue aspect of it. I was like, well, if it's a finish and a glue, then I can use them both at the same time. So I began to just paint on that Mod Podge in places that I wanted to put my moss in. But as I was painting, I accidentally hit the glitter flowers because they didn't dry. And well, yeah, that's my third fail so far. And then finally, when I wiped off my hands, I decided to put on the moss on the Mod Podge glue, just to figure out, yeah, that Mod Podge is not glue. And as you can see, I'm pretty frustrated. And then finally, I just took out the good old hot glue gun. I decided to go in and hot glue this really pretty leaf to my jar. I had to get rid of all the other decorations because I just kept messing up on them. And this was just a spur of the moment type of thing. I didn't think that this would work, but it really did. It worked out really well, and I was very happy with the way this leaf came out on the jar. It just, when it was done, I was like, oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This just goes to show you that maybe you fail a couple of times. Maybe things don't turn out the way that you think they'll turn out. Just keep trying, and eventually it'll turn into something really beautiful. You just never know. So since the hot glue worked very well, I went ahead and hot glued the moss around my jar. I also decided to add this very cute acorn onto the side, and oh my gosh, it really just took it to the next level. I love the acorn. It's so beautiful. And as you can see, I'm pretty excited about how well everything is coming out, because I had all those fails previously, so just to have everything come together like this is just really exciting. I don't know, it really warmed my heart to see how it all came together at the very end. So I'm just adding the moss all the way until it connects to the very beginning. At this point, I'll just be adding in a little bit of moss to places I think didn't get that much. But here is the product so far. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. I think it's amazing. So now we're going to go straight to the top. Now for the top, I did decide to paint it. The paint stuck on the top a lot better than it did the glass jar, so I went ahead and finished painting the top whatever color I like, which is this really pretty green color. And as I'm gonna wait for it to dry, because the top piece is still a little wet, and I'm gonna go back to decorating the jar. I know more decorations, but I couldn't help myself. I was pretty obsessed with how this came out, so I just wanted to add more. So I decided to cut up some of the leaves that I had prepared, and I made them in a cute little design on my jar, as you will see. So here I'm just going to go ahead and place them on my jar. Hot glue those suckers down so they don't come off. And here, oh my gosh, when I did this, I was ecstatic. Look at this really beautiful flower that I made out of leaves. I went ahead and hot glued that down. And it's just so pretty. And in the middle, I decided to put a little piece of some type of lichen, some type of moss, right in the middle, so it looks like it's a flower. But it's a flower made out of leaves and moss, and it is just so gorgeous, so gorgeous. And here we go. The camera went in and out and in and out, and I think it's just because it's so beautiful. The camera couldn't even comprehend it for a second. But yes, as you can see here we are so far. Okay, and so now I'm going to bring back the glitter gel pen, and I'm actually just going to fill in little areas of the jar that I just think need a little more filling. This is something that's just spontaneous. I didn't really plan on doing it, but I think it added a really cute texture. I think it added some nice pizzazz to the jar, because it gave the jar a little more glitter and green. And who doesn't love that? So I'm just going to add those wherever I feel they need to be added. And as you can see, this is where I'm at. You can see tiny glimpses of the glitter gel coming out. You can see the crazy moss. You can see the brilliant orange colors, the acorns, everything. Dog barking in the background. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go back to the top, and I've already picked out a couple of things that I feel will look pretty on it. I just needed to wait until it dried. And this is the finished product when it dries. Very pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and hot glue the leaf onto the jar. And yes, it was hot. It was very hot. Be careful if you're using hot glue and little thin pieces of fake foliage like I am. So here I added one leaf to the right side, and there I added the second leaf to the left side. Now I'm going to add the final piece, and that's going to be this large acorn right in the middle, and that is what it looks like. I think it came out really lovely. I was really excited. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's a really nice transitioning piece if you're putting this on your altar, like I am, because I probably will. I would probably use this for sacred pens or pencils or whatever type of item like that, just because it's a good storage unit and it looks really pretty. It is perfect for the autumn. That's coming up, and I just love it. So remember, this is witchcraft. This is a crafty thing that we're doing. We're using our hands to create things, to make things. So don't be afraid to get in there and to make things happen, okay? I am Eli. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Mwah.